Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to the sixth edition. Yes, this is the sixth edition of the Unscripted. And today in the studio, I have a special guest. But before then, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Rally TV now is 6,000 plus followers. I don't even know how to even quantify the views. It's in millions. And kudos to you guys. But before we continue, I would love you to share again to your friends and families. Let's extend beyond Northeast. Though I know and I believe my guys from Canada, USA, and the rest of the other part of the world are watching us live right now. All right, today in the studio we'll be discussing. There have been an issue that has been causing a lot of problem to so many people in the Northeast. But today I'll focus more on Adamawa State. There has been this issue of buying and selling of properties. To go deeper into this, I will be having a special guest in the studio. And don't forget, this particular episode was wholly sponsored by Chiroma Properties. That's to tell you that today in the building, I have no one but Mr. Jonathan Ijai, the CEO and the founder of Chiroma Properties. Mr. Ijai.
Mr. Michael.
Or should I say Pastor Ijai now? Because you have all together.
Yeah.
Mr. Ijai, you know, I speak for the people.
Yeah.
I stand for the people.
Yeah.
I have a serious question. My question is, there have been a lot of real estate agencies coming up, filling the space. Earlier, we only knew about 3 to 4. But as of today, we know more than 100. What is really happening in this industry?
Mr. Michael, thank you for having me on this great podcast. And I'm happy to hear how Rally Media is growing. 6,000 followers in a short while means people are interested in Adamawa and the Northeast. And kudos to the team and everyone that is working there. Real estate is business that is dicey. And
when you say dicey, you mean there's money, right?
You can say that.
Okay.
So, what happened with the current breakout of real estate company in Adamawa State, I believe is one of the reasons is because of the political development that you are seeing in the state. The current government, without doubt, did a lot of infrastructure. They put in a lot of money, over almost half a trillion. Over half a trillion, almost, was put into infrastructure in Adamawa State. So it attracts a lot of attention on the state, and that is why real estate is now booming, I guess, I think. And everyone that sees an opportunity, why not? They will grab it, yeah.
But despite the so many agencies, there have been a lot of complaints about scam from different people, different sectors. What is really happening again?
Who is scammed?
Yes, clients.
How?
Some said they paid money for a particular plot of land. Few months later, they heard that the same land was sold to somebody else. Another one will tell you, an agency supplied lands for us, we paid for it. But they will give you feedback that the government said they are going to use this particular space, so you people cannot use this particular place. So the company decides to say, we have to shift to another place. The point is now, if I had paid for point A, which I believe is a marketable space for my own house, now that you are telling me to shift to another place, probably more deeper into the bush. Don't you think it's scamming?
So, when we talk about the issue of space, intelligence is key. There are a lot of negligence from the people that are buying, and a lot of negligence as well from the people that are selling. All these real estate companies that you are seeing, they are private entities, right? We are supposed to be working with the government. I will be addressing the question one after the other. We are supposed to be working with the government to ensure that any land we are selling to people is free. When you go to developed cities like Abuja, Port Harcourt, Enugu, Lagos, and all these places, there are places that are designated for a particular reason. And it's coming up in Adamawa. A lot of people sold properties in Adamawa State that are not designated for the purpose which they sell it. What are the purposes? We have residential area, we have commercial area, we have places where there are places that you cannot even build mosques or churches. There are places that you don't build all the things, that you can't do everything or anything the way you want to do it. So we also have these issues. You will see a person selling you a land that he bought maybe 5-10 years ago. You'll be surprised, sir. I was out with my staff. We went for just courtesy visit and calls like that. And we went to a particular ministry. I had the opportunity to sit down with the commissioner and people there. To your surprise, they don't know what ground rent is. Oh, of course, oh yes. This building where you are occupying, the owner of this building is supposed to be paying what we call ground rent. And I don't know if they have reviewed it. It's supposed to be coming in 4 years. So what is happening in all these places that we are talking about? Why do people feel as if they are scammed? Number one, the people, they did not sit down to really verify, to really know about, number one, the company they are buying product from. Number two, the health of the product itself is another thing you need to know. Because then Chiroma comes
now you are more of blaming the customers.
No, I'll come to the real estate sector.
But if they, I'm together with you actually.
Yeah.
If you are complaining that the customers are not following the right procedures of acquiring this thing, won't you blame the property agency? Because I believe as a professional, you are supposed to do all these things and make sure that every document is ready.
There is a
cross-check whether this place is meant for residential or for business, for churches or for mosques, before you allocate to the property to a customer.
That's where I told you I'm coming back on the real estate companies. You just said that we had a blow of real estate companies.
Yes.
Everybody feels like I can just come up one day and just open up my real estate and start real estate business. Most of the successful real estate business here in Yola, I can tell you that these people, they have worked with the government, or they have known their onions far long ago before they even enter real estate. So some of the guys that are just coming up thinking that, okay, I see 3 hectares in Jankasa, let me just go and start selling. They are just putting themselves into a lot of issues. I can tell you tons and tons and tons of issues are coming up now. You buy a property and the property has its grant. Sir, there are three parties that are involved in this particular thing we are talking about. The client, the person that is selling, and the government itself. Now, currently, as I'm talking to you, in Adamawa State, you will discover that there are properties that you will go to. You will just hear that the governor revoked the land. Yes.
Wait, calm down, please. You are trying to confuse me now. You mean after selling the properties out?
The person is having C of O. The real owner of the real estate people, they will be having their C of O. They will be having their grant. But the next thing you will discover is that this place has been revoked, or this place is no longer, is now layout or something. You just hear one story like that the governor revoked that land.
But is it true that the governor revoked it?
Who knows?
They are just creating stories.
We need to ask them. We need to ask these people. So if you are thinking, that's why I ask you, who is scammed? What is a scam? I have my papers as a realtor. I'm not saying that the realtors don't have their own. Even before this organized system of real estate that just popped in everywhere, where you will see an office organized, we started with me anguas. You just go to me angua, you buy land. In fact, in those days, that's why we have highly populated area. We call them high density area, and all these places. I'm coming to that. You will discover that me angua will just sell a land for you, and then you will just do a paper with me angua, and we recognize it as well. So the coming of real estate, we are trying to organize the way, the procedure of acquiring a property. And I want to assure you that a lot of real estate, if you go to them, you will see that the documents they have is actually genuine.
And before you continue, you brought about the issue of Meangwa. I have had different cases of this Meangwa selling one property to more than 5 people.
That is what the real estate sector is trying to address in court. Meaning, when you are buying a property from a real estate company, number one, that company must be certified. It must be registered with CSE. It must pass through, like some of us, we are registered with REDAN, we pay taxes, we do all these things. The number two thing that legitimizes us is that we plot our properties. So when you come, you will see the properties plotted.
But when plotting, do you follow the government's original design?
Of course. There is no a single way to plot a land, sir. Now, a government can tell you that the standard of its land is 100 by 100, which is 900 square meter. It's supposed to be 1,000 square meter. Now, initially, it was even supposed to be 100 by 120. That 20 that is remaining is not for you to touch. It's for any project that will be passing in front of your house, designed by the government or what have you. Now, another standard plot can be 50 by 100, which is 450 square meter. But in an estate where they are trying to manage spaces, where they want to build terraces and all these things, you'll discover that they are even selling 200 square meter, 250 square meter. So how you plot your property is designed based on what your company wants. Well, that one, there's no problem with
you
that.
are the one telling me now that the state had a system whereby it gives you a plot like 120, whereby the 20 is meant for government.
Even when we are plotting, we use professional. We use people that are into town planning. They are the ones that are majorly into plotting of property.
Government staffs?
Not necessarily. It's something that you learn in school, sir.
I know. You learn town planning in town. But my own question is,
yes,
you know, we're trying to curtail the issue of the scamming issue,
yes,
the issue of revoking of lands and all these things. My own question is, do you really work with the government? Do they give you the master plan? Because Adamawa State is supposed to have a master plan.
Of course.
Right? So do these real estate agencies really work with the master plan provided by the government?
Should I speak for Chiroma or I should speak for all real estates?
Now you are speaking on behalf of every real estate.
What it should be is that every real estate, on seeing a property, before acquiring the property as a real estate company, before taking it out to public, you must have done a lot of things to make sure that that land is free. Let me mention a few. Number one, you need to go and do a search if that particular property has a government paper.
Okay.
So you will collect the paper, go to the Ministry of Land and Survey, you will pay in the Board of Internal Revenue that you want to make a search on this property. Now, there is a document that will come out stating from the Ministry of Land and Survey that this land is free from any encumbrance. That means there is no issue on this land. That is the first step for you. If you want to go further, you should even ask, when was the last time the owner of this land paid a ground rent? Of course, it's part of it.
Okay, so there's a possibility that you might buy that land after the government said there's no issue on the land.
Yes.
You can buy the land at the same time you didn't pay for the ground rent. So the government will charge you back.
Of course. A lot of people, in fact, a lot of people don't know anything about ground rent.
Wait. Do we have a specific amount for this issue of ground rent?
We do.
What's the list?
I can't really tell you, but it's not much. It's not. It's
No,
something.
I'm just asking so that my viewers
I don't think
will have this knowledge.
I don't
that
think
there's
I
so-called
don't.
ground rent,
Yes.
and you need to go and pay the Board of Internal Revenue, right? To
Yes.
the ministry through the Board of Internal Revenue.
Yes.
The Ministry of Land and Survey.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
You discover that a lot of people have the grant or even the CFO of their house that their father gave them many years ago. You know, maybe he bought the land in 1980 something, and they will be parading that they have
at the rate of 500.
and they will be parading that no, our property has CFO. Sir, you by the time they give you the bill of the ground rent and the penalty, is then you will discover that there is something that is really serious here.
So now,
So this is something on the side of the government.
I'm just trying to understand something.
Now, the thing is a bit big, it's bogus. Do you know that every house in Jamaica, every house in Metropolis is supposed to be numbered?
Okay, thank God you brought this issue now. Every house in the Metropolis
is supposed to be numbered.
Is it only Metropolis? Let's assume every household within any community ought to be numbered.
Ought to be numbered. That
right?
is it.
But
we are a developing country.
Okay,
don't forget that.
So you're telling me Adamawa State is not qualified to have?
No, Adamawa State is very much qualified to have this that I'm talking to you. In fact, I even spoke with some people. We wanted to write a proposal to the government that all the houses in Adamawa State need
because
to be numbered.
Till now, me and my brother, who we are staying on the same lane, having our offices now, we have been conflicting about the address.
Of course.
This location is saying Udi Hill, another one is saying Kulakulos, on the same road. Yeah. So we are just confused. We don't even know where we are.
Just as the way we do census, you know, census, yes, counting of people. Over time, we need to go back and be checking all this information on the database. What do I mean? A person is having a house, maybe a 200 by 200 plot of land, and he built his house on the side of the entire property. And as life happens, he cut part of it, he wants to sell, he sell it to another person. They will go and do a paperwork, and then after doing the paperwork, the other side that was sold now belongs to the other person he sold. That person is supposed to go to land and survey. They are supposed to do what we call split and surrender.
So he splitted the land.
He splitted the land and surrender it to the person.
Somebody else.
Yes. There are issues that will come up that we'll call it conditional surrender. These are all
English.
These are all part of the procedures that Ministry of Land and Survey is supposed to be doing, or the Ministry of Land in the city is supposed to be doing. Now, do you know that a lot of houses in Karewa here, Karewa is a heart of Jamaica.
Yes.
Now, most of the houses are numbered, but go and start looking at the number. You will see number 2 here and the number 2 at the other side.
Like where my house is, I stay within the Barak Road area.
Okay.
Till now, I don't know the number of my house. I've been trying, because I'm trying to insert it inside
of course,
some documents that require them.
Of course.
Till now, we only used behind, close to, opposite or adjacent to.
Can I shock you? This is the reason why things like Bolt, Uber cannot operate in Adamawa State.
Wow.
Because we don't have accurate addresses that people can use.
So you are trying to tell me that now lack of accurate addresses is neglecting investors?
Of course, sir.
In Adamawa State?
Of course. It's a key.
Because I remember there was one company that came to Adamawa State and wanted to operate by doing Uber. And I think it came with full force. But within a month, everything just crashed. And they moved to another state. And I think they're operating in other states.
Of course.
So you are telling me now, so one of the major reasons that stopped them from operating in Adamawa State was lack of proper addressing.
One of the things that make a city urbanized area is this little thing. And by the time I draw this issue of addressing, you will discover that it boils down to the Ministry of Land and Survey. It boils down to how people acquire the land. It boils down to a lot of things are not okay with the file. It boils down to, so now, sir, a lot of realtors have their own. I will touch what realtors are doing, but it now make realtors handicapped. It is the land that we are plotting in the bush now that we are giving it numbers, that from our chart, our layout, you'll be able to say plot kaza, this and this, this and this, this and that. But most of the houses in the urban area, they don't have this. I want us to talk about the real estate so that the viewers will not think I'm citing the real estate company.
No, I'm just trying to understand something. Okay, now let's look at it this way. I'm much more concerned about the masses.
Yes.
My viewers, okay?
Yes.
How can me now, somebody like me, verify the properties I'm buying? Because the truth is, all these marketers, marketers are very good with enticing languages. They will come to you, we have a very beautiful plot of land at a discount price, doing this, doing that, and it's very cheap. And they know how to communicate. They know how to just make you want to spend your money. After I have been convinced, how do I verify these documents to legally have this land or property to be mine?
Let me solve this puzzle for you. There are people that are responsible for this tax. You don't need to do it yourself, sir.
Oh.
And people are, the realtors are taking advantage of your ignorance on this.
Oh. So they made us look ignorant. Oh, this is
of course,
this is the assumption.
What you don't know
actually,
is...
we don't know. We don't know about it, actually. It's the truth.
So what you need is, number one, you need the services of a lawyer. Don't just go and start buying a land just like that. Sir, there was a point, in Chiroma.
Calm down, Mr. Jonathan. Calm down. Now you are talking about bringing a lawyer into this case. For us to even gather the 350,000 naira, 400,000 naira that you people have been telling us to buy land in the bush, let me assume that in the bush. For us to get the money, it's not a simple thing. Now you are telling me to bring a lawyer. Don't you know they would charge me?
I have not finished, sir.
Okay,
but let me address this one. Bringing a lawyer into the matter doesn't mean that the lawyer is going to charge you excess money because you are buying a property.
You see, the problem is he's going to charge you, right?
Of course, there should be fee. You are trying to protect the future. Okay, now let's talk about this.
What you're telling
you telling me that?
What you're telling the viewers now is, if you're going to buy a property, if they are placing the property at 350,000 naira, you should have at least 400,000 naira in your wallet.
No, I'm not saying that. There are lawyers that can give you a free consultation. There are lawyers that can tell you about the company that you are buying property from. They will tell you that if it is Chiroma, we don't need to tell you this or that. They do their due diligence before they even bring out their property. What is the duty of the lawyer? The duty of the lawyer is to come and verify the documents, because there is what we call property law. And he is supposed to look into your documents and know that these documents are genuine. So there was a point in my company that if I look at some people and I hear some of the questions they are asking, I'll tell them, go and bring lawyer. No. I will tell them, go and bring a lawyer, so that the lawyer will simplify the matter for you. Or do you have a lawyer? Go and look for any lawyer. Put me on the lawyer on a call. Then we will do this. So the reason why you are buying a property from company is not because what is happening to the Meanguas cannot happen to you while you are in the company. But I am putting it mostly on the side of the clients, on the side of the masses, because your knowledge is important when it comes to what you know is important when it comes to buying a property. Let me give you an instance. Sir. Even in terms of investing in real estate is also important. That is investing, not buying land, maybe putting your money in real estate where they will now use the money over time.
Collaborating with the company.
Maybe partnering or something like that. Now, you need to know what the company is up to. You may not tell them what to do with the money, but at least there should be a clear, defined terms on how you are going to operate with the money. That is number one. Number two, most people don't get educated on how real estate business works. There are a lot of risks in real estate business, just like you now putting your money in stocks. You will know that there are some things that may come up that may not be the fault of the real estate, or may not be the fault of the company that is holding your shares or stock or whatever. You already know that. A lot of people think that when you invest money in real estate, it's just a one way. There is no hurdles. There are no hurdles or automatic profit. It's not done like that. There are ups and downs. The company may rise, they may face challenges, but you have to sit down with them and know the situation, what is happening. It's not just about carrying your money and putting it into real estate business.
Okay, this brings me to this question now. How can a client distinguish between genuine real estate agents and our company and the fraudsters that we have in the market?
There is nobody that is establishing a company that will want to tarnish the name of his company genuinely if the person is coming out genuinely.
Now, I'm just asking from the buyer's angle now.
From the
how
buyer's
can
angle,
he identify them?
I want to give you some tips that you will know. Number one, look at the track record of the company. Number two, even if they tell you they are registered with CAC or what have you, go and do your personal verification on the company. Unfortunately, I will talk about this on a lighter note. There are saboteurs. We call them people that sabotage the doing of other people. They may like to tell you a lot of things about a company, how they are ineffective, how that they had challenge with one person or the other. But you yourself go and sit down and ask questions. I talk about lawyer. Now, ask. In town, there are people that know property. We have valuers. In fact, it's even an error for you to start going to buy property without at least knowing somebody that knows a valuer.
That's true.
So, is that land worth the 350,000 naira they are talking about? What are the prospects? If I'm to buy a land from Chiroma in this particular area, what are the future prospects? Sir, everybody is coming out. The entire system, I'm sorry to tell you this, sir, the entire system is about, is bias. The entire system, everybody is to myself. Everybody wants, the realtor that is outside there, he wants to make profit. That is why he is selling the property for you. He's selling the property to you. Now, it is your responsibility to sit down and ask questions so that you know where your money is going. I have encountered clients that bought property and in less than 2 months, they want to sell the property and they are asking what is the appreciation on the property right now. I say, this is too early for us to start talking about that. So you need to know some of these things before you engage with a real estate company. You need to know any legitimate real estate company should be known among the people that are doing real estate. You are not asking questions because you want to destroy them. You are asking questions so that you will hear about the company. That is number one. Number two, verify about the area where you are buying the property. Don't just engage in buying properties in a place without verifying to know about the area where you are buying the property.
All right, Mr. EJ.
Yeah.
I am a young man.
Yeah.
I'm just giving instance now.
Yeah.
I'm a young man and I am a web designer, a blogger who earns money online, right? So let's assume this month I was able to generate about, let me say, some money, let's say in millions, from my hard work and all the earnings I got for this now as a young man. And I decided to say, I don't want to repeat what my parents have done by not acquiring all these lands, by not investing so that we will retire enjoying good money or good life. I decided to say, okay, I have small money, I want to invest in real estate. Can you give me the practical steps that I can follow so that if I sink in, let's say, 5 million naira, I should be able to get profit? And not for once. It should be something that's continuous so that when my retirement stage comes, I won't be asking my children or my uncles or whosoever that is alive at that period for money to even eat. So what can I do? What are those practical steps I can take?
First of all, sir, anybody that is coming to me to buy property, number one, I ask the people, what are you buying the property for?
Yeah.
The person will tell me it's for investment. I will ask him, what type of investment? What type of investment are you buying the property for? Are you looking forward to selling it in 1 year? Are you looking forward to selling it in 2 years? Are you looking forward to selling it in 3 years?
Yes.
I have people that bought property from us that told me that it is for my daughter. She decides when she grows. I will say this property is good for you. This is key. If nobody is telling our clients this, they should know. Don't just buy property because it's cheap. Sir, I hope this one should sink into our people. Don't just buy a property because it's...
We have been rushing to go and buy because we saw that the price is cheap. I saw a plot of land, 280,000 naira, and I was like, what? And that moment, I was having small money in my hand. I was rushing to go and get it. So you are telling me that I shouldn't rush to go and get it?
No. Before I buy any property or before I sell any property to you, if I am buying a property, I will go to the environment myself. I will ask questions about the environment. If I'm sending somebody, I have clients from, for the first time, I can retain the name Istanbul.
Istanbul?
Yes. Yeah, you are saying it, Istanbul. I don't know. Yeah. I have clients from those places. I have not seen them till today.
You don't know whether they are Nigerians or...
No, they are Nigerians.
Okay.
They are Adama. They are actually from Adama, but they are in diaspora.
It will surprise me that somebody in Istanbul, probably a white person, wants to invest in Chiroma in Adamawa State.
Exactly.
So it looks somehow. But since they're from Adamawa State...
They gave me their people in Adamawa State. I told them, because I know that some of them don't even know. So what did I do? I take them to the location. I told them, tell your brother that by so time we are expecting this to happen around this area. This is the prospect we are seeing, and these are some of the things we think that by the grace of God will happen in this area. It now forms a kind of confidence in the person that is buying the property, that the price you are giving me is what you are saying. You get the idea. So as a young man that is coming up that you want to buy a land, please, I will still refer back to this. Yes. You need to, number one, get a lawyer. If you don't have a lawyer, ask people about the company. Do you know that it's better you pay a lawyer 50,000 naira on a property of 350,000 because you are planning it for the future than for you to just jump into the property and discover after 10 years when that property should be worth maybe 10 million of that time, and then you are regretting that you did not engage the services of a lawyer as at this time. I tell people, engage the services of professionals. We have consultants in this town. So I tell people that come and ask Jonathan, come and ask Chiroma. Okay. It's not necessarily because you must buy in Chiroma, sir. You can ask me questions about properties anywhere, and I will give you advice.
Should I refer to Mr. Chiroma or Mr. Jonathan? Is okay.
Each day is okay.
Okay, yes, okay. Like I used to say, I'm not alone.
Yeah.
I stand with the people.
Yeah.
So right now on Facebook, my people are on my neck.
Okay.
Trying to ask questions.
Please, let's entertain.
So the first question is coming from somebody called Thomas Nuhu Badai.
Okay.
He said, this is timely.
Wow.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Please, how can one know that this is a genuine real estate company that work with government to buy from? Okay. Now you have answered some part of this question, but the other aspect now is you didn't talk about the genuinity of that company in relationship with the state government. Because the truth is, with the many companies coming up now, most of them might not have gone to the ministries to register themselves in the ministry. They have the CAC.
Yeah.
They have the NRS certificates.
Can I shock you?
Yes, sir.
This thing that you are saying, even the Ministry of Land and Survey in Adamawa don't know about it. Let me just open it up to you.
Thomas's question is not complete.
Okay, yes, I'm about to go into that one. Okay.
The Ministry of Land and Survey in Adamawa State, they don't have a file that if you come as a realtor, you are supposed to open a file with them and register
so that they will know if there's an issue, they can come in.
Sir, I raised an issue for the government of the day that all the houses in Adamawa State are supposed to have the list grant.
This is a serious question. Now we'll go into the other aspect, but let me finish with what Mr. Thomas is asking.
Okay.
He said, okay, let me go back, restart from the beginning. He said, this is timely. Please, how can one know that this is a genuine real estate company that works with the government to buy from? Reasons are, most people are buying from far and based on referral, either by agents, friends, or the realtors. Somebody like me, I've referred so many people to so many companies.
Yes.
And in case you want a deposit and later on realize that, okay, and in case you made a deposit and later realize that there are issues with the company, how can you withdraw yourself and get your money back?
There are two things that I want to address for this young man. Number one, there is the legitimacy of the company first, and then the second thing we should look at is the legitimacy of the land.
These are two things.
These are two different things, sir. So how would you know a company is legitimate? Is by simply knowing they are registered with CAC, they have visibility. Now people know them in town. Like Chiroma, you've known Chiroma in one office for a number of years now. We've been in one place for a very long time. Our address did not change. The face of the company, even though I've not been really out like that, but there are people that know us by proxy, by relationship, by all these things. Try and get somebody that know these people. If you feel that these people are genuine, but you don't have any means of getting to know them, sir, request for a service, request for the services of a lawyer. As I have said, it's better for you to pay on installment. Part of your installment payment should go for a legal services. There is no lawyer that will want to tarnish his career reputation because he will connive with a real estate company to cheat you. At the end of the day, he knows what will happen. So look for the services of legal practitioner in that particular area, like in Adamawa State now. Let him go and verify this thing for you. Sir, do you know that all these questions, if you get one lawyer, he will be able to address every question for you here? Just one lawyer. He will be able to legitimize the land, the company, and everything.
We'll be inviting different people from this sector. From the lawyers and also from the mouth of the government. We'll be inviting them to come and discuss, because there are so many issues relating to real estate. It's not about buying land and properties also.
It's more than that,
also the issue of housing, renting of housing in Adamawa State. This thing has become a problem. Everybody is on fire because of this. We will come to that, but let's deal with your own case.
It's
now.
okay.
Another friend of ours, Abraham, came and said pro bono lawyers are very few, and only few of them are available for property law. Lawyers charge in percentage, depending on how you agree.
Depending on the lawyer you meet, sir.
That's why he said pro bono lawyers are limited.
But sir, do you know that with relationship, if you know what you are doing, even the lawyers that charges, there is a way that you will meet them. Let me just break the ice here. Let's just talk about it. So when you come, because I have a legal firm, for instance, and I see that this is an opportunity, is not a case, it's verification, so that I can certify this matter for a client. It's either to tell him buy it or not buy it. What will it cost me to just tell him to give me whatever he wants?
Whatever you have.
Whatever he wishes to give me.
Yes.
Or if I tell him my services are 200,000 or 100,000 or even 50,000 or 20,000.
Why are you calling the more than the normal plot of land again?
No,
200,000 naira, that's another plot of land somewhere else.
Yes, somewhere else. And it's not up to a legal fee for a particular case. But with that, sir, you can say, sir, I am just a young man coming, or I'm just so person. I want you to help me. I want to ascertain the legitimacy of so company and the properties they are selling. Please, sir, can you assist me? I don't have much, but what are your services? Can I
see the way you lowered your voice? Because you are trying to convince.
I'm trying to teach people how to convince a lawyer.
Bedroom voice, convincing a lawyer. You are the one shouting here now.
With that, you will discover that a lot of lawyers will be willing to help you. So lawyers are not only, they are not monsters. They are also there to make name. They are also there to build their reputation.
They are selling
they are selling themselves. So it's not every lawyer that will turn his back on you because you ask for such a favor. So engage the services of a lawyer.
All right. Before we go further, all right. What are the warning signs? Because I know you have worked in the real estate for a long period.
Yeah.
What are the warning signs that a buyer should see and withdraw from buying that property?
Number one, as I've said, if you see a real estate company and then they are not able to give you what you want in terms of they were not able to show you the land, they were not able to show you documents that are attached to the land, and if you ask question, it's taking longer than necessary to attend to. These are red flags already that you should look into.
All right.
Yes. More especially when it comes to documents. Show them that you want to go and verify these documents. So there is a cooperative that came to me from Abuja. They said they want to buy property. I was the one that told them that take my document. Please go and do your search on my property first before we start engaging. With that alone, they were able to be calm and know that I'm good to go.
I thought you would tell me that you were able to buy 15,000 acres of land from
They
me.
will.
All right. All right. So, like I told you, I'm going back to my people on Facebook again. We have Extol and Tilo.
Okay.
He said, as a creative, I left my local government area to settle in a state capital because of the lack of stable electricity and reliable internet. Unfortunately, the cost of renting a house, especially in areas that offer these basic necessities, is very high. People complain about the prices, yet we don't have choice. We don't have a choice. Actually, he missed the word. We don't have a choice because of the current housing shortage. If you are unwilling to pay 350,000 naira for a single room self-con apartment, someone else will gladly pay 400,000 naira or even 500,000 naira for the same space. As Nigerians, we have become incredibly adaptable in the face of hardship, and that's true.
It's true.
That's
Very true.
Yes. This brings me to my question. What are real estate companies doing to make Adamawa State, particularly the state capital, more conducive for creatives and young professionals? This is a serious matter. Now, it has moved to creative people now. And you know, they are the ones actually doing most
they are
of
the ones
activities
advertising.
in Adamawa State.
Yes. They are the ones showcasing the state.
Are they actively contributing to sustainable housing development, or are they part of the reason land prices and house rents continue to rise beyond the reach of an ordinary resident?
No. I don't. What he says is what he's just said is true. But I don't believe real estate companies are the reason why we have this housing pricing issue getting skyrocketing, all this. No. It's not from real estate company per se. The housing deficit is the entire country. That's one thing we need to establish here. Everywhere you go in Nigeria, you will think that Adamawa is, where will you go and now get a house in an urban setting that is cheap?
No, he's referring, a few years back, Adamawa was not like this.
Few years back, everywhere in Nigeria was not like that, sir.
Not like Adamawa. Why I emphasize more on Adamawa is, I remember when houses, two-bedroom flats, is 120,000 naira.
Yes.
In Yola here.
And so the same two-bedroom you are talking about that is 150,000 in Yola here, you can get it for 100,000 naira in Gombe with a more stable light, electricity, more than Adamawa State.
So what is the problem? Where is the problem coming from?
The problem is the economy. Let's just call a spec a spec. So do you know what it means to build a house now?
So now you are trying to say that the young creatives or the young people now shouldn't have hope of getting houses because of the way the system is going?
I'm not saying that. The government of the day just built 1,000 housing units
to civil servants.
And we are hoping that the civil servants will occupy them. Kudos to Governor Fintri on that. I
think on that issue of that 1,000 housing too, we have another. We'll be having another episode, but I don't think it's coming from your own angle.
Okay. Now, a lot of development are just coming into Adamawa State. We have established that in the earlier discussions. Now, look at it. Before now, you wouldn't see industries coming into the city the way we see them now. And before now, do you know that, sir? I have clients from America. I have clients from London. I am telling them that let's start building houses in Adamawa State. Do you know the next question they ask me? Are there people that can buy the houses that we are buying or we are building in Adamawa State?
Yes, on this kind of issues, actually, I ran into someone also that I was telling him that you are doing well in Abuja. You are building big houses, well-established system, modern houses. Why can't you come to Adamawa State and build such? Then he was like, do you think if I carry ₦1 billion to come and invest in Adamawa State, I'll be able to get my money in 1 year?
That is the question.
And I froze.
You will freeze, sir.
I was like, but people I say that is a problem now because
Adamawa State
and now we are
more
even
of a civil servant state. We are just coming up.
And we are even talking about people prefer to have their own self space than a normal compound.
Yeah. And you know, another thing that brings about this issue of rise in housing fee and all these things is the issue of security. Nobody wants to stay outskirts of the town. Before now, but we have peace now.
No,
there's the trauma.
There's a little stability when it comes to peace.
Yes,
in Adamawa State.
yes.
So, but that do not still warrant me to go and build a house
Or
at Jankasa
you see.
and stay alone within that space. Somebody did actually. I saw him, only him, but I believe that man has more than heavy security in his own compound.
Sir, I pass through that man's house every day. You need to see the number of securities he has in his house. So I was asking myself, feeding these people alone is another house rent in the town.
Is it only the feeding?
No, let's just stop at the feeding.
But that is a kudos actually to him
Yeah.
because he's giving us hope.
Yeah.
That we can still go out there and start building our houses on these lands that we have bought already.
I think this crisis around housing, we need to be patient. It will resolve in Adamawa State with time. There are places, if you hear the rent of house...
Maybe either this before this government goes out of office, or then the incoming government might likely have something towards housing in Adamawa State.
Yeah.
Okay, there's another question coming from Dugal Pinyako.
Okay.
He said, good day, sir. What, in your opinion, are the major factors contributing to the high cost of house rents in the state capital? Even though we talked about it, while some people attribute the situation to the activities of property agents, others hold landlords responsible. From your perspective, who bears the greater responsibility, and what practical solutions would you recommend to address this issue? I have a question. I love this question, my brother. I have a question on this question.
Now,
see, no, before you go into that,
yes.
See, the truth is, I am having issues with agents, these so-called agents that we have.
Agreed.
I believe 99% of them are not qualified to be agents.
Agreed.
They are just people from the street who got an idea of this guy is living in this house. Let me meet the landlord and tell him about it. How can a landlord put a house? Because there's a situation that happened in Lagos sometimes back. A landlord placed his house at the rate of 400,000 naira. But this agent was collecting 1.5 million naira for about 3 years. Till when the landlord came to the house to visit the house. Then he was telling the tenants that, please, I want to increase my rent with a small token on it. To take it from 500 to 700. From 500, he's taking it to 700. Then now, but he didn't mention the money. He said he wants to increase, but landlord, 1.5 now is too much for us. Then he was like, what? 1.5 million? My house rent is 500,000 naira. From there now, the Wahala began.
Sir, do you know
so,
that?
I'm coming. Wahala began, then that was how they ended up in court. They had to go and look for that agent, took him to court. He had to pay back all the monies that he has ate from all these clients back to the tenants. And the landlord had no option than to what? Collect his property back from him. Now, coming to Adamawa State. A house, the landlord will say, my house is 250,000 naira. Let me say for a room and a parlor. Then the agent will call his friends who happens to be other agents. He will say, Akogidapa, Ama 270. Now he added 20,000 naira on it. Then another friend who happens to be an agent who heard about the news will say, Gidan Nafa is 300. Then another agent who is another friend to that agent again will come and say, Gaske Gidan Nafa in by 320 ba, Mesheche Babu. Now, you see, These agents keep increasing this money. Originally, by standards, for each property you sell, there's a percentage you have.
Yeah.
For each rent you give out to a tenant,
Yeah.
there's a percentage you have,
Yeah.
which the landlord is the one who's supposed to give you after he receives the payment.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But why are the agents even charging what do you call them, tenants or customers, potential customers? Say, is it a caution deposit fee? Abi, what do you call it? 3,000 naira, 5,000 naira. On what basis?
Sir, this is where the government needs to come in. That is number one. The government needs to put a regulation on all these things that you are seeing, and don't be surprised it's there. But we are
But
not
then
using.
if the
Now,
regulations are there, then why would I have this thing be flowing like water within the society?
we've neglected a lot of things when it comes to our own well-being. I want to categorically tell you that most of the problem is with the agents. Now, where there is a high demand of houses, people can break protocols so that they can just get the houses and what have you. This is where the problem with our people now comes in. Now, look at it. A house, by law, if you own a house and you are supposed to give me the house, you are supposed to give Chiroma the house, we will have to write an agreement that, okay, Mr. Michael is giving me his house, is giving Chiroma his house at the rate of 300,000 naira every month, every year, right? Me, I will ask you, am I going to put my service fee on you, or we are going to put it on the rent? After finishing all these things, then you will sign. We will call it the power of attorney. You have given me the authorization to take over that house. So there is no financial transaction that you, the owner of the house, should not be in copy. You are supposed to know every financial transaction on your house. Okay. To some extent, some people give their house even to the maintainers, that you maintain my house. Let me tell you something that people don't know. If you don't know the law, people can use the law against you. Do you know that if you enter any house now, you pay now, by right, the house owner is not supposed to add any rent on that house until after 3 years? Did you ever know this one? You don't know this?
I don't know. It's not that I'm even listening to you. Till after 3 years. That
Until
is when
after
you're
3
supposed to add rent.
Yes,
So which
sir.
means
Yes, sir.
if a landlord adds,
If you give somebody a house this year
yes,
and you are coming back by next year to add
more.
to add the money, the tenant has the right to take you to the tribunal, rent tribunal. I just entered this house. By right, he is supposed to notify me first, 6 months to 1 year before adding the rent. And I just entered last year and he is adding the rent for me now.
No.
If I'm entering the house now and you told me that this year the house is 200, but by next year it's going to be 300 before collecting my money,
documents.
is another thing. But if I am in the house, you add the rent this year, you come back and add it next year. No. But you know the problem is we don't follow even. A lot of people don't know their right. We don't follow the procedure.
The issue of this right issue. What I see is there have been less orientation.
Yeah.
People like the system doesn't want the people to know what they need to know.
Yeah. You are
because it's just issue of rent. This is because me personally, I used to put it on my social media. I said, any agent that's asking you for inspection fee, please don't give him any inspection fee.
Do you know that by right, if you are in a house, the owner of the house doesn't have the right to sell the house without
my
your
consent? Yes, I know that one.
And even if people are coming to check the house, if you don't want anybody to enter the house, nobody will enter the house, because by virtue of that agreement, you own that house for the next 1 year, or the number of years you agree.
Your decision to either allow anybody to come in or not. So what about NEPA that are coming into your house without even?
That one, they are coming for services.
For services.
Yes.
So I can block the door.
What are they coming in to do?
maybe to come and check meters. Some will come and check meters, and some will fix.
With all this problem, that is why even the electricity company decides that people have been accusing them for a lot of things. That's why they return their meters to the poles.
So that they will. But some houses have their poles inside the house, inside the compound.
Yes, that's no problem. He is not entering your apartment. He is
Okay, so
entering
enter
the compound.
Okay.
That one is
Okay.
no problem.
Before we go, because time is short,
Mm.
Thomas Nuhu Badai
Mm.
said, in case you want to venture into real estate business
Mm.
and you don't have enough funds to start,
Mm.
is there any agency, governmental body, or banking system that helps in funding such?
What do you know about real estate that you are venturing into real estate with small money?
My brother, so are you telling me that no hope for
No.
those that don't
What
have money
you
but
know?
have the
What
idea?
do you know? What do you know about real estate? That if you know anything about real estate, money shouldn't be the first thing that we should talk about if you want to venture into real estate. There are a lot of things you need to know about real estate before the issue of money comes in. There are a lot of people that know so much about real estate that did not start real estate business with a dime.
Mr. Ijai, hit the target, because now I can see that there are so many questions coming in,
Yeah.
and we have limited time.
Please.
So another one saying Adamawa State Housing. Okay, this is Adamzi, Adazi, Adaza, Adeza, Jam. You know this name is it's complicated.
Yeah.
Adeza Jam. Adamawa State Housing is too expensive, especially with the rise of the Fulani next of kin. I don't know what's that context. But he said Adamawa State Housing is too expensive, especially with the rise of the Fulani next of kin. So I don't know that context of composition.
Okay.
But let's shift to another one. Sam Chinda. How about the people complaining about the scam in the system?
What is the scam? We try to address the scam in the system. Before you get scammed, right? Something must have happened for you to get scammed. So we explain that there are procedures you need to follow so that you avoid those red signals, that you don't get scammed. Now, I don't say that I have not encountered one yet, that a company, a real estate company in Adamawa State, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. That they have sold one land to 3-4 people, unlike the traditional way of selling properties before. A plotted land where we plotted the land. You have this land, Mr. Michael, and then you try to put your beacon. Another person comes and says, it is still Mr. Michael company that sold it for me, and this is my property. And another person. I don't think we have that one yet. But the issue of scam, I said something, sir. A lot of real estate companies in Yola, they need to go back to the drawing board, because what people are calling scam on us most at times may not be our fault. I gave you an example. We legitimately bought properties. We plotted the properties and we started selling the properties. And then the government came. We have the CFO. We have the grant. We have everything. And then all of a sudden, we are being told that the governor revoked the land. So you, the person that bought the land from us, you will not see it from this light. You bought it from a company.
You are a scammer.
You are a scammer. That is what they will call us. But are there people that sell, sir, if they sell a property to you, or if you bought a property from any company that you did not go and verify, that you just send money because your brother told you or something like that, I think you should be the one to blame yourself. You have to, sir, do you know that somebody taught me this? He said, even when you buy a land, make sure that within the first 2 years of buying that land, you fence it. How many people bought properties, they left them in the bush, nobody is saying anything? You get it? So if we can put in some checks in place as people that are buying properties, we will be able to control some of these things that are happening. I went further to tell you that even to the people, sir, I told somebody he wants to invest into Chiroma. I said, sir, if you are not willing to be part of the Chiroma processes, the meetings we do, we will be calling maybe quarterly meeting or something like that. We are not interested in collecting your money in our company. Because you need to know what we are doing so that you will know what we are suffering. It's not about the 350,000, we sold 50 properties, these guys are in money. There is so much to that than this money that you are seeing. So if we say that somebody is being scammed, don't just conclude that I am being scammed. Let's know what led to what you call being scammed. It's very, very important.
All right. So Adeza also came up with another question. He said, but real estate don't give ROI within 2 to 5 years. At least it will take 10 to 20 years to get back their money literally everywhere in the world. But if there is anywhere with evidence where real estate gives back ROI in a year. So I don't know whether it's a statement or a question.
I don't know what ROI means.
Okay, Rally TV. My question
Okay,
is
ROI.
okay. Investment. No.
Oh, okay.
He said Rally TV. My question is, what will the government do about landlords who are religiously discriminating potential tenants? Yes, I know where he's heading to. I know that. I understand that language he's using. There are some tenants. They'll build a house. There are some landlords. They'll build a house, but they will specifically tell you that we don't want. If it's a Christian that owns the house, you say, I don't want a Muslim in this house. Because we have encountered that severally. Because, most times if somebody announces a house, somebody I know, if he puts up a house, I usually take it to my social media. But once if you tell me that this house, we only need a Christian, a Christian tenant or a Muslim tenant, automatically I'll withdraw. Because I'm not a religious person that you'll be telling me, trying to decide who Christian we have. In the Christian faith, we have people that are not sincere. In the Muslim faith, we still have people that are not sincere. So why should a landlord be categorizing this?
Sir, this matter, anybody that encounter this matter, you need to educate the owner of the house. We are living in the Federal Republic. Nigeria is a republic country. Federal Republic of Nigeria. It means that we have a lot of religion, we have a lot of ethnicity, we have a lot of people living in the nation. A Christian person came to me and said that I have a house, I only want Christians to stay in the house. I said, I cannot guarantee you that. In fact, I will not even collect the house. He said, well, I said, I'm not into this kind of a thing. He said, but you are a pastor. I said, and so what? You see, this is how we bring all these religious discrimination and all these things into. Nigeria is a free state. Everybody should have the liberty of staying in his homeland in Nigeria. If I go to Lagos, let me be able to stay anywhere in Lagos without being selective. I need Christian environment. I need no. We should discourage that, please.
All right, my people. The truth is, we cannot end this conversation tonight. We have to fix another day for this kind of conversation. On another episode, we are going to bring a lawyer. On another one, we are going to bring somebody representing the government, because we need clarity in the whole of this. You have heard from Mr. EJ Jonathan, who is a realtor. He has a company, one of the biggest company in Adamawa State, Chiroma Properties. And Chiroma Properties, I have a land there. So I'm not advertising, but I'm just telling the truth. I have a land there, and I have also referred other people to come and buy lands there. Yeah. At the same time, we have other companies that have referred people to go and buy lands also there. But before you go and buy a land, look at the genuity. Look, even the person that is selling you the land. Look at his eyes. You will know from his eyes whether he's a fraudster or somebody who is genuine. Before going to all these advices that Mr. EJ gave us, bring in a lawyer, so that the lawyer will go and help you verify from the government and see the legitimacy of that particular land. It's very, very important, and it's very, very key. We'll come and discuss the issue of rent. I'm not leaving that case. We'll come and discuss. We have to go and see the legal issues backing the issue of the issues of rents. Landlord and tenants, this fight not they finish. We will go deeper till we get the result. We will go to House of Assembly to go and see if there are laws that have been designed that follows this thing. If they are not, then we will advocate. Yes, it's our job to advocate. We will advocate so that they will place in laws. Even all these agents that are collecting all these inspection fees. You are collecting money already as a commission from the house after you have sold out the house or give out for rent. Then why are you still collecting money? Which means you one day you want to collect about 60,000 naira, which is even more than your percentage from the original sales from different people. It's fraud. This is fraud. This is fraud. I understand the situation whereby you take somebody and he will say doesn't want the house. It's normal. As a buyer, I can decide whether to buy the land or not to buy, to rent a house or not to rent. It's normal. These are some of the risks that you need to be taking. Before you even enter that business, you're supposed to know that there are risks. And these are part of the risk. If you continue this way, we have authorities. They will come and do their job. Please, this is Rally TV, the Gazette News Nigeria. Do not forget to follow. And we are on YouTube. We are on YouTube. If you're having issues streaming on Facebook, sometimes data can give you issues. But I believe YouTube is seamless, so it can play your video very well for you. We are on YouTube. We are on Facebook. On Facebook, Rally TV. On Facebook, the Gazette News Nigeria. On YouTube, Rally TV. Please, always stay tuned. And do not forget, follow us and share these videos. Come on next time and share your comments. There are so many interesting topics to discuss. Thank you and see you next time.